multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired. This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you and you. Good morning to you and you. I feel so good. I want to say it twice. Hello to the 12 people here, 11 people. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me. We have so much to talk about and so much to get through. We've made it through to another week, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's becoming more and more and more of a gift to get to the end of a week. Amen, somebody. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you all this morning. This young lady named Raielle, you see the front. I'm gonna talk about her. We'll talk about that. Kelvin Evans, the guy who stole Beyonce's music, well, he is about to be put on trial. He could go away to jail for 6 years. Is it enough? We'll talk about that. The Essence Festival of Culture is gearing up. We are literally May, June, July, 3 months away from it. Y'all know it's July 4th weekend. They have been throwing down with some announcements. They have some more artists that are joining the big soiree in the Big Easy in New Orleans, Louisiana. That Bateau Roulette, let the good times roll, baby. Then we're going to talk about Dystany Spurlock, which she is a black woman in the world of NASCAR. Now, Stephen A. Smith said that NASCAR is not a real sport. Personally, I think that Stephen A. Smith should drive against this woman here, Dystany Spurlock, or Tia Norfleet, for the whole 2 hours of first take. And if he loses, he has to quit his job for a whole year. Yeah, we're going to hurt the $100 million man. I'm going to say it's not a damn sport, but yet. Richard Petty, Kyle Busch, Jeff Gordon, may I go on? Dana Patrick, Bobby Wallace, it's amazing to me how anybody can just get a microphone and have a career, and apparently ESPN thinks he's important. Let's roll on. If you don't know about what's happening with the cruise line industry, I will fill you in. There's some stuff you need to know about from a health point of view. We'll talk about that. Cole Allen, the man who tried to take out the president of the United States of America, he got an apology, but wait till you hear how he got that apology. Bumble is trying to make changes to dating, but are the changes going to matter if nobody really is on there for love like that? Listen. We'll talk. And then the United States Postal Service, has an idea that I think is dumb. We'll talk. That being said, let's get to it because higher is way and low is available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. Because one thing to know, two things for sure, that over here on this channel, a lot happens early. Roll it.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that they can. It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that they can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith. I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price. And it's a little early for this.
Now this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you started it out right. But whatever happens in the daylight, a lot happens early. Can you feel it? And I said,
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early. Dirty.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Well, hello, everybody. Yes, indeed. It is a new morning. Julie Chen, Moonves, and to Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. You are absolutely right on this channel right here. A lot happens, wait for it, early. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully all is well with each and every single one of you. Let's get to the getting and doing what we do. My God, today we have a lot to get to. This first one, fellas. When I saw this, I'm like, oh, my fellas are gonna love this. But there are some ladies, there are some lesbians. Okay, I think y'all gonna love this too. Okay, now listen, we all know the show Love After Lockup, right? I can see why the show is very successful. So here we go, y'all. So this comes to us from Male Spaces, okay? Instagram model Raielle, Miss Raielle, is going viral while being in prison in Houston, Texas. She was allegedly caught with an iPhone sending hundreds of high-quality 4K videos to pictures of the male correctional officers. The public is still puzzled. The public is still puzzled around, yes, as to how inmates are still smuggling smartphones into prisons. So here we go. So y'all listen. Okay. I'm not going to sit here in front. You know, I would just wait until she got out of jail. I mean, now I'm not saying, you know, right here, wait, right there. You saw that, right, with the braces? I don't know what it is about thick chick and some braces that turns me on so much. I really don't know why. But like, y'all see the fit, right? Y'all see the body type, right? Child, when I saw this, I'm just like, first of all, wait a minute. How did this get out? You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna try to pause it at the braces here. Okay, you see the braces right there, right? Okay. So that's that one. Then here she is here. Wait, I'm not playing. Okay, so there she is there. Child, that correctional officer is like, when is her release date? I'm not gonna say her in front. She. Oh Lord. See, this is the woman that, you know, your uncles, your cousins, be careful of these women, and they just got like that. So that's her. So here we go, y'all. Who did her nails? Which, by the way, her nails. Let's go back. Those are her nails right there. Let me see. Hang on, she might show her nails just a little bit more here. Okay, so you see the nails there, which that's a very good question, because in jail your nails are like down to the stubs, right? I'm right here. What's her only sale? I'm done, bro. This seems fake. Instagram model LMO. Gotta get that bag. This shit's fake. Ain't no way. That's a damn jail. That's a jail set. Look at this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply to be a correctional officer. How many dudes watch this video and said, "What's she in for? I can change." Was the bag in the room anywhere? Them correctional officers be tricks for real. How much is the bond? See, check the Saturday Night Bag. Seriously, serious question. If she's really locked up, why does her nails look like she's about to shoot an episode of Love and Hip Hop? Y'all gotta stop that. Good Lord. So there you go. That's what we're starting out with this morning on Friday morning at 15 minutes. After that, I'm not gonna lie, like I like the build, you know. I'm just saying, you know, just wait until, you know, she gets out of jail. You know what I mean? Make sure everything is good with paperwork and everything else. So, child, just yeah, that's what we got this morning to start off the morning. Now let's continue on. Speaking of people in jail, here we go. Shout out to the Shade Room here. Man accused of stealing unreleased Beyonce music rejects plea deal, heads to trial, faces 6 years in prison. Shout out to the Shade Room. For this, Kelvin Evans, the man accused of stealing Beyonce's unreleased music and other items from members of her team during her Cowboy car tour stop in Atlanta, is officially headed to trial next week. Per 11 Alive, Evans has appeared per Living Alive, rather, which is an NBC affiliate station, by the way. Shout out to Living Alive. Evans appeared in court today for a final pretrial hearing after rejecting the plea deal. If you recall, the incident happened back in July 2025 when members of Beyonce's team reported that 2 suitcases were stolen from a black Jeep wagon.
Hello, Moto.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry about that. 2 suitcases were stolen from a black Jeep Wagoneer parked in the Krog Street garage. Police said the vehicle's back window had been smashed. The missing items, rather. Now I'm getting to the jump part. My bad, y'all. And the missing items, rather, allegedly included jump drives or USB drives containing unreleased watermarked Beyonce music, show plan set lists, laptops, designer sunglasses, and AirPod Max headphones. Prosecutors said he could now face up to 6 years in prison due to prior convictions if found guilty on charges including felony entering an automobile and misdemeanor charges. We'll keep you posted as more information becomes available. Y'all, listen, 6 years. Do you see this man? Do you see this man? And do you see this woman? Like, come on now, child. I think about 15 years would do him just fine. Like, you stole Beyonce music. 6 years. 6 years. 6 years. Like, can we not forget all the black people that have been unalived by police and how they began off for years? No, this motherfucker right here needs some time. 6 years? No, 15. 15, I think it's a decent number, right? Because it's a decade and 5 years, right? Or you know what? Better yet, for however many tracks it was going to be, just tell that to the judge, and that's his sentence, right? For however many tracks. So let's hope it's 20 tracks for 20 years, okay? That's my take on it, all right? Good Lord Jesus. Now, of course, as you guys know, the Essence Festival of Culture has been going through some changes. You know, they had to pay some people, and you know, of course, as well, the Essence Festival of Culture has moved from African-American base in terms of the content and the theming and the pathway for everybody to connect to the festival to now about the African diaspora, and people went back to being just straight up black. I mean, this type of black here.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. Okay, that type of 365 McDonald's black. Okay, so here we go, everybody. Let's get to it because they made announcements at Essence of who is going to be a part of the festival lineup. Here we go. Leon Thomas, Babyface and Public Enemy, add to Essence Festival 2026 lineup. But can I just say, Leon Thomas, I am so proud of that brother. He went from Nickelodeon Victorious to being outside. So proud of him. Same thing with Ariana Grande. She went from Victorious and Sam and Cat to being Glinda, and now she's in a movie with she's the new Fockers-in-Law movie with Robert De Niro and Ben Stiller. Like, congratulations to everybody just making it. No, I'm serious. I really mean that. You probably are laughing at our first destination with the woman that who was in a jail cell. Yes, we have a wide range of destinations we go to over here on Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Here we go. From Cardi B and Kehlani to Babyface and George Clinton's mothership celebration. Excuse me. Essence Festival 2026 brings generations of black music together in New Orleans. Sorry, y'all. There we go. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Essence Festival 2026 brings generations of black music together in New Orleans, Louisiana, and that's including, like I said, Brandy and Monica will be there as well. Yes, indeed. For more than 3 decades, the Essence Festival culture has returned to New Orleans, Louisiana, led by Raielle, let the good times roll, baby, as something bigger than a music festival. It's a family reunion, a place where Black music across generations share the same stage and somehow still feels in conversation with itself. You can hear it in the hallways of the Caesars Superdome before the lights even go down. The feeling that everybody came to witness something. This year, the festival's newly revealed night by night evening concert series lineup leans fully into that. Newly announced performers, Babyface and Leon Thomas join a bill that already includes Cardi B, Lotto, Kehlani, Patti LaBelle, Brandy, Monica, Public Enemy, and George Clinton with Parliament Funkadelic, who will celebrate 50 years of the mothership with help from artists spanning multiple eras and genres. Friday Night feels built for now. Cardi B will make her Essence Festival debut. And y'all, if it was anything like that tour, she is going to throw the hell down. Do you hear me? Bringing her larger than life performance style to New Orleans, Louisiana. She'll share the stage with Lotto, whose upcoming album Big Mama arrives later this month, and Kehlani, who continues to make some of the most emotionally transparent R&B of her generation. Together, the lineup captures just how wide Black music has become. Rising vocal group Season 4 will also perform, bringing tight harmonies and a fresh energy shaped through building the band. Saturday night belongs to R&B lovers, the guy who still remember where they were the first time around they heard Brandy and Monica's Boy Is Mine on the radio. Patti LaBelle will also return to the festival stage once again, giving her signature stage presence. There's Leon Thomas right there. By the way, July 3rd through the 5th. Okay, that's when it's going to be going down in New Orleans, Louisiana. The newer generation of R&B will also have its moment. Josh Levi continues to build momentum as a performer, while Leon Thomas enters the lineup at exactly the right time. Over the last few years, Thomas has quietly become one of the most interesting artists in contemporary R&B, creating music that feels textured, booty, and deeply intentional. By Sunday, the festival shifts toward legacy. Babyface will be live. First of all, that guitar is amazing. By the way, do you not know whoever did this, how many hours it took to make sure every bead was on there? Well done to whoever did that. Okay, well done. Babyface joins the lineup of one of the most influential catalogs in modern R&B history. His songwriting has shaped decades of Black love songs, heartbreak records, and Quiet Storm classics in a way that almost feel impossible to measure. Public Enemy will also take the stage, bringing the same urgency and political conviction that made albums like Fear of a Black Planet essential listening. And then there's George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic. There he is there, George Clinton, right there. Yes, indeed. But give him a moment, y'all. Come on, we're live. Give me a moment, y'all. Don't worry. Right here, lands in NOLA for the first time in 50 years. The mothership returns to New Orleans 50 years after its original landing, bringing with it collaborators including Big Boy, Scarface, Big Frida, Nona Hendrix, and Bernard. It's hard to think of a more fitting place for that celebration than New Orleans, a city where funk, bounce, soul, and jazz all seem to bleed into one another naturally. The performance feels less like a set and more like a reminder of how deeply funk continues to shape Black music across generations. Closing out the weekend is Dougie Fresh. By the way, shout out to Dougie Fresh, who's an actual legend, okay? All right, not Dusty E. Stale. Okay, not Dusty E. Stale, not Dusty E. Stale. That, I would, Dusty E. Stale is probably a drag version of Dougie Fresh, you know what I mean? I would gladly say that. Shout out to the LGBTQIA plus community. Love them, of course. Shout out to Stonewall in New York. Do your history on that. And not to mention too, I know that the Brat and Jude will be down there. Honestly, tell you the truth, like, has the Brat performed? Hang on, let me just say. Has the Brat ever performed at Essence? I'm sure she has. Hang on. sure she has. Give me a moment. Has the brat ever performed at the Essence Festival of Culture? Okay, so she has appeared at the Essence Festival of Culture. Okay, I'm sure she'll be down there. Right here, still the thing that has always separated Essence from other festivals is that the music is only part of the experience. Across the Ernest N. Morale Convention Center, conversations around beauty, business, wellness, entertainment, and community unfold all week long. Additional performances and special moments are still on the way as anticipation continues to build ahead of the Essence Festival of Culture's return to New Orleans this July. Fans can secure 3-day passes now at Essence Festival 2026, where single-day tickets officially go on sale May 13th for those planning out their weekend inside the Caesar Superdome. Tickets for the 2026 Essence Festival of Culture, presented by Coca-Cola, are available now. And not to mention, hotel packages and travel offerings are also available for those planning their stay in New Orleans. Additional talent programming and special moments will be announced in the coming weeks. Follow Essence Fest on Twitter. So calling it Twitter, but for the article, I'll read it. X, Facebook, Instagram to stay connected. Hopefully they'll do some stuff with YouTube and TikTok as well. First of all, great lineup for sure. Like I said, Babyface being down there, Leon Thomas, Cardi B, Hattie LaBelle, Brandy, Monica, like Dougie Fresh and Friends, not Dusty Eastdale. Like I said, that's a drag version of Dougie Fresh. Okay, let's just get that right. George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelic. Like I said, this is shaping up to be a really good time. Of course, Cardi B will be there. Brandy and Monica, like I said, it's going to be a very, 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 very good time. All right, y'all. Let's roll on because obviously Stephen A. Smith opened up his mouth and believed that NASCAR is not a sport. I would like to see him get in a NASCAR and let's see how long he can last. Okay. So this is Tia Norfleet. I talked about her before, but check this out, y'all. Tia Norfleet, part of the history of African Americans in NASCAR, a highly regarded professional stock car driver, stands out in the world of racing as a African American female trailblazer. She is the proud daughter of former NASCAR driver Bobby Norfleet, which has undoubtedly influenced her journey in motorsports. Tia made history by becoming the first African-American female to earn a license as a NASCAR driver. Her racing career began in a competitive environment. Yeah, that's even a competitive environment. That means a sport, dumbass. Starting with karting and drag racing, go-karting rather than drag racing, before she made the significant transition into the realm of stock car racing. Throughout her career, she has participated in a variety of regional, local stock car events, showcasing her skills in both the late and super late model races. Notably, Tia made her professional debut in the NASCAR Wheeling All-American Series in 2012, where she proudly drove the number 34 market point milestone in her endeavors. So, as we continue on here, Shantia Latrice Tia Norfleet is the first and only African-American woman licensed as a NASCAR driver as of 2016, born on May 1st, 1986 in Sulphur, Virginia. She is the daughter of Bobby Norfleet, a race car driver from the 1990s. Inspired by her father, Tia was exposed to racing early on. Influential figures like Wendell Scott, Alan Koricki, and Glass Knight encouraged her father to support her passion. Tia fell in love with racing at the age of 5 when her father gifted her a small Corvette. By the age of 14, she aimed for a racing career, winning 37 out of 52 amateur races and becoming a professional driver. Yeah, that's even a professional driver, which means his career. By 2020, she had 2 top 15 finishes driving Bandero and late model cars. Tia is active in her Atlanta community. In 2016, Norfleet hosted a celebrity race to introduce people of color to motorsports. Norfleet supports the National African American Drug Policy Coalition and the Motorsports Institute. In 2007, Tia joined the BET Jocks and Gym Celebrity Charity Tournament, raising awareness and watch for children. In 2009, she took part in a charity event with Step Up in Georgia Incorporated, mentoring at-risk youth. In June 2011, she spoke at the graduation for Unidad of Miami Beach and the New Generation Leadership and Workforce Institute, which promotes social service and advocacy and leadership in Miami. In recent years, The significant controversy has surfaced surrounding the authenticity of Tia's claim to fame as the first black female racer, as well as her overall background. She has been faced with serious legal issues and been charged with a variety of criminal offenses, including possession of illegal drugs, possession of a firearm in Georgia, and multiple counts of assault and destruction of property in Virginia, all occurring in the years 2005 and 2008. While Tia did not deny that she had criminal records, she argued that the publication of these charges was a part of a target smear campaign and undermined her many accomplishments in the highly competitive world of motorsports. Additionally, other troubling charges arose that suggested she did not possess the necessary racing license to compete in various states where she was alleged to participate in races. In response to these claims, Tia's father came forward to defend her, posting photographs of her 4 separate state licenses in an effort to refute some of the more damaging allegations against her. Despite this information and Tia's announcement that she was preparing to race in the highly esteemed National NASCAR Series, it remained for contention whether she indeed licensed to race at such an elite level. In March of 2013, a New York Times article brought further scrutiny to her claims, reporting that there were numerous inconsistencies with her self-promotion efforts. The article highlighted that she had completed in only a single low-level event within the National NASCAR Series, where she raced just one lap before ultimately parking her car. So, even though all that is there, right, she is in the world of NASCAR. Her dad was a former NASCAR driver. So I wanted to read that, and then of course you see Melanie Thomas became the first African-American woman to serve as a pit crew member of the Hot Tank World of NASCAR. That happened in 2006. And here, Peggy Lewin is an accomplished professional motorcycle drag racer who has made significant contributions to her sport. Brianna Daniels, right here, NASCAR tire changer, born in Virginia Beach, Virginia. So, like I said, there are black women and black people in the world of NASCAR. Just because Stephen A. Smith would like to move as a dumbass in the world don't mean now everybody else is smart. And by the way, Skip Bayless is on First Take right now. I believe the show is almost over. ESPN is saying it's going to be a one-time reunion. But let me tell you something about television. If the ratings for this are high, okay, and the social media clips have enough traction, it's going to be just like Rich Eisen when he, did his first Sports Center in years, and now Rich Eisen's going to be doing Sports Center specials here and there. Just keep watching, okay? That's not going to be the last time Skip Bates is going to be on ESPN. But let's continue on. Here we go. From the Richmonder here. Richmonder will be first black woman to drive in a national NASCAR series here. Dystany Spurlock has always been a trailblazer from playing football with boys at Highland Springs, racing motorcycles right out of school. Spurlock, whose first name is pronounced Destiny, okay, that's what I thought, has never shown fear. Now she's set to make history on Friday afternoon as the first black woman to race in a national NASCAR series. Spurlock will race at Watkins Glen in the NASCAR Truck Series, hours after her scheduled race in the lower level ARCA racing series. For the track is in central New York. She's being sponsored by the Fox Tech Media Company, which is producing a documentary about her journey to become a professional race car driver. Destiny competing at this level is a direct reflection of preparation, opportunity, and intentional support system. Fox Techna co-owner Chris Harris, she's a monster. She's a monster, and she's showing that she belongs here. More importantly, that others belong here. This is a step forward for everyone who hasn't traditionally seen themselves in this space. Spurlock has also competed in the NHRA drag racing series. That's been around a very long time, NHRA for sure. And the indoor arena racing series. Wait, hang on, what? That's a thing. Hang on a second. The thing I love about us over here, if we don't know something, we'll dive into it live. We have no shame in not knowing something. Good damn. As that loads up, give me a moment here. There we go. Sorry, y'all. So this is apparently this here, indoor auto racing right here. So I had no idea this was a thing. So there are the vehicles right there, and so they actually do this inside arenas. That's cool. You know, I wonder if Little Rock, Arkansas could get into that. Now, like I said, we ain't never gonna get an NBA team. We had a NBA G League team called the Arkansas Rim Rockers, and we had arena football one time with the Arkansas Twisters. Right? It's been rumored that they were gonna come back for some years, but this would be cool though. This would be cool. This would be very cool. Let's go back here to this. In a recent interview with Fox Sports, she says she first discovered a love for racing when visiting her grandfather, who lived in the shadow of Richmond Raceway. Spurlock raced coming out of school, but took a mid-career break and worked as a flight attendant and a truck driver before re-entering the sport. NASCAR has worked in recent years to bring more diverse faces and fans into the sport. Last year, renamed its Drive for Diversity into the Driver Development Program, but said the program itself will continue. Well, hey, NASCAR, can you tell Stephen A. Smith that you guys are doing that? Because apparently for him to care about any other sport besides basketball, it has to be bigger than the program, apparently. Okay, so NASCAR is a sport, just like cheerleading is a sport. Stephen A. Smith would like to say that cheerleading is not a sport. I would like to see him go on a balance beam, okay, for gymnastics, because he'll probably say gymnastics is not a sport either. But back to cheerleading, I would love to see him be a part of the cheer squad. Let's lift him up and see if he can get back up off his 50-year-old ass. I'm not being ageist. Don't do that to me, okay? Stephen A. Smith makes a lot of checks that his ass can't cash. And one of these days, because I talked to one of my good friends about it, they were like, what do you think about Stephen A. in politics? I'm like, one of these days he's going to write a check that his ass can't cash. Because ESPN said when he's an employee of ESPN, he's an employee of ESPN. But when Stephen A. Smith is an employee of somewhere else, he's an employee of somewhere else. Problem is, there's this thing called shareholders or board of directors, that if Stephen A. Smith says something that goes against the program, and guess what? He is going to cost them money. It's only a matter of time. Not wishing that, but I just see where this is going to go. All right, y'all. Let's continue on, because there is more Brainley's Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here and right now. Shout out to rollout.com, celebrating 25 years on to the next 25 years there. Global hunt for 40 hantavirus cruise passengers. Passengers from 12 countries left the ship untraced after the first death. Health authorities across multiple continents are scrambling to locate nearly 40 passengers who left a Hanta-stricken virus cruise ship weeks ago, not being traced as the deadly outbreak continues to grow in scope and complexity. The international search effort has exposed the gaps in how the situation was initially handled aboard the MV Honduras, a Dutch-flagged vessel operated by Oceanwide Expeditions. How passengers left the ship undetected. The first death aboard the Honduras occurred on April 11th when a Dutchman died from what would later be confirmed of the Andres strain of hantavirus. His body was taken off the ship at St. Helena, a remote British territory in South Atlantic, where his wife also disembarked. She boarded a commercial flight of Africa and died after collapsing at the Johannesburg airport. Yeah, I know. What was not immediately disclosed was that dozens of other passengers had also disembarked at St. Helena on April 24th, nearly 2 weeks after the first death. The cruise operator had not previously acknowledged that anyone else left the ship there. The Dutch Foreign Ministry put the number at about 40, while the company said 29 of those passengers came from 12 nationalities who returned to their home countries across Europe, Africa, and elsewhere without any contact tracing in place. Argentinian officials have suggested that the leading hypothesis that the initial couple may have been exposed to rodents during a bird watching excursion near a landfill in the city of Usana, where the voyage began before boarding the ship. A confirmed case on land and a possible new infection. At least one passenger who left the ship has already tested positive for hantavirus. A man who disembarked at St. Helena returned to Switzerland and was confirmed to carry the Andres strain, though his precise movements after leaving the ship remain unclear. A possible new case also emerged. Thursday involving a woman who had never been a passenger on the ship. A flight attendant in the Netherlands was admitted to a hospital in Amsterdam and placed under testing after reportedly coming into contact with a Dutch woman who died. The Dutch Health Ministry confirmed the test was underway, but did not disclose whether the flight attendant was showing symptoms. KLM, Royal Dutch Airlines, confirmed the Dutch woman had briefly boarded one of its flights from Johannesburg before being removed due to her deteriorating health. Americans and Canadians among those tracked. 6 Americans were among the passengers who disembarked at St. Helena. 1 returned to Arizona, 2 went to Georgia, unspecified number are back in California. None were reported to be symptomatic. The CDC confirmed it was closely monitoring the situation, described the risk to the American public as extremely low. 4 Canadian citizens remain aboard the ship. Canadian health officials said they are asymptomatic and have not been identified as close contacts of those who died or fell ill. No quarantine measures are currently required for their return to Canada. Where the ship is headed and what happens next, the Hondas left Cape Verde late Wednesday is expected to arrive in Tenerife in Spain's Canary Islands on Sunday. Nearly 150 passengers remain on board under isolation protocols. Once the ship docks, non-Spanish citizens who are healthy will be repatriated, I believe, while 14 Spanish nationals will be quarantined at a military hospital in Madrid. 3 people have died in the outbreak. A Dutch couple and a German national. A British man is being treated at a hospital in South Africa, and 3 others, including the ship's doctor, were evacuated near Cape Verde and transferred to hospitals in the Netherlands, Germany. Argentina has announced plans to conduct rodent trapping in Dystany and carry out 2,500 diagnostic tests to try to pinpoint where the virus originated. Here's this here.
The ship carrying about 150 tourists, including 4 Canadians, had departed from southern Argentina for the Canary Islands just over 3 weeks ago. On April 11th, a 70-year-old male passenger died on board and the cause could not be determined. On April 27th, the cruise ship operator Oceanwide Expeditions was informed his wife had become unwell on the return journey and later died.
She was not sick, but when she arrived at OR Tambo, she collapsed. And they took her to hospital, where unfortunately she passed.
Also on April 27th, another passenger became seriously ill and was medically evacuated to South Africa. A variant of hantavirus has been identified in this patient. And on May 2nd, a German passenger died while on board. The cause has not yet been established. Doctors say the viral infection is relatively rare and can cause respiratory issues.
So initially it's very non-specific, unfortunately. You might have some muscle aches, almost like flu-like symptoms, fever, abdominal pain.
Usually it's acquired through the accidental inhalation of the virus particles. And the virus particles are typically from the dried feces or urine from particular rodents, usually mice.
Yeah. Dr. Bogosh says human-to-human transmission is not common, and the incubation period can be anywhere between 1 to 4 weeks. Currently, there are no specific treatments available. The virus, however, can be deadly.
If people are hospitalized with this infection, sometimes you see mortality rates anywhere of 20-25%.
The WHO says the risk to public health is low. Contact tracing is underway in order to prevent further spread and identify the initial source of infection. Catherine Ward, Global News, Toronto.
Thank you so much, Global News, for that. So this is from today.com, everybody. What's the risk to the public? While the hantavirus is dangerous, experts say the general public doesn't need to worry. Based on available information, the WHO, the World Health Organization, currently assess the risk to the global population from this outbreak to be low. In a May 7th statement yesterday, the CDC also said at this time the risk to the American public is extremely low. We urge all Americans to board the ship to follow the guidance of health officials as we work to bring you home safely. So that is that there. Dibrick agrees historically with the Andres virus, it spread between people in close proximity, so the risk of this transmitting is more widely pretty low. In the past, the Andres strain hasn't caused widespread outbreaks involving human-to-human transmission. One of the largest documented Andres virus outbreaks occurred in 2018 in Patagonia, Argentina, and resulted in 34 cases and 11 deaths. There's no reason to believe that the Andres virus is mutated to more transmissible variants. Dr. Ja, sorry if I mispronounced your name there. A senior fellow at Harvard University's Kennedy School said to Today on Monday, May 7th. The current cluster could result in additional cases among cruise passengers. Broadhurst notes and secondary transmission among their close contacts is possible, but the risk of widespread transmission remains low. The World Health Organization is working with cruise staff, authorities from countries involved, and airlines to conduct contact tracing for passengers left the ship early. No additional passengers beyond the 8 cases already identified have reported feeling sick with hantavirus symptoms. Due to the long incubation period, officials will continue to closely monitor everyone who was potentially exposed. And some more information in case you need it. From Scientific American, the 47 administration cut funding to study hantavirus, the virus behind the deadly cruise ship outbreak. So any information that could have helped us, the current administration cut it. So everybody's still happy with who they voted for? My God. The Centers for Research in Emerging Infectious Diseases were designed to study viruses that could jump from animals to people, including hantavirus. But in 2025, the National Institutes of Health said the work would continue. In 2025, the 47 administration eliminated funding for a group that had been running a pilot project aimed at studying the type of hantavirus that has been confirmed to be behind an ongoing outbreak on a cruise ship. The outbreak is now believed to have caused the deaths of 3 people and sickened several more. The virus has potentially spread beyond the ship because there were passengers who disembarked during the voyage before the first suspected case came to light. Now, 5 U.S. states are now monitoring for the pathogen. 5 U.S. states are now monitoring for the pathogen. 5 U.S. states are now monitoring for the pathogen. The pilot project was designed to better understand how hantavirus passes from rodents to humans. It was being conducted through the West African Center for Emerging Infectious Diseases, WACEID, one of 10 centers that comprise the Centers for Research in Emerging Infectious Diseases, CREID network. All 10 centers were shuttered last year after the National Institutes of Health decided the research was unsafe. And now we have a whole outbreak. Wow, shocking what happens when you disrupt progress. The WACEID primarily studied diseases in Senegal, Sierra Leone, and Nigeria, and many of these illnesses were borne by rodents. We found out that there was a group in Argentina that wanted to do some kinds of things that we were doing in West Africa, rather, says Scott Weaver, WACEID's former principal investigator and professor at the University of Texas Medical Branch. We supported them to put in an application for a pilot award, and they did that. They were reviewed. They were successful in getting funding. Most recorded hantavirus cases are contracted through direct exposure to rodents in their feces and urine, not through human-to-human transmission. The exception is a pathogen in this family of viruses called the Andres virus, for which several people who are on board the MV Honduras have tested positive, but experts know little about the mechanisms of human-to-human transmission, in part because of how rare such outbreaks are. It's impossible that the hantavirus can be passed on through direct exposure to infected person's saliva, such as by kissing. But it's unclear if the pathogen can be transmitted through aerosol droplets of saliva, such as those produced by sneezing or coughing. Infection can result in a buildup of fluid in the lungs, hemorrhagic fever, or kidney failure. Learning more about the virus was the goal of the Cancel Project. From 2021, WACEID was awarded a series of U.S. governmental grants ranging from $521,027 and $1,702,711. Of that, Weaver says around $100,000 would likely have been dedicated to the Argentina study. According to records compiled by Grant Witness, a website dedicated to tracking eliminated federal agency grants, including from the NIH, of the more than $8.3 million that the NIH's National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, NIAID, which were laid out for WACEID, almost $2.4 million had yet to be dispersed at the time that the funding was cut. Virologists working on CREID decried the move at the time, saying there was no evidence their work was unsafe. The cuts came amid a broader pullback of federal infectious disease funding and surveillance. The Department of Health and Human Services, which oversees the NIH, NIAID, did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Its final funding filing to the NIH dated to 2024, the WACEID boasted numerous accomplishments, such as research that led to faster, more accurate outbreak detection in West Africa for several pathogens, including a variety of dengue fever. The continuation of the CREID program will help to further reduce response times to emerging infectious disease threats, improve pathogen discovery pipelines, and enhance regional capacity for data-driven public health interventions, the researchers wrote at the time. The Argentina project almost certainly would not have prevented the outbreak of Honduras. Weaver stresses, however, that funding cuts to this kind of research that can make the U.S. and the world more vulnerable to viral pandemics. He points to the Zika virus outbreak in 2015-2016, during which thousands of Americans were exposed to a previously obscure pathogen. We are not in a good position to say hantavirus because it just never caused big outbreaks. It does have the potential to do that one day. He says, while the Honduras is currently isolated at sea, all the currently asymptomatic passengers remain on board. Several people are known to have disembarked before the outbreak began, including individuals from at least 5 states, U.S. states, California, Arizona, Texas, Georgia, and Virginia. The California Department of Public Health said in a statement that is coordinated with local health officials to monitor the number of residents, although there is no indication that they are infected. 2 Georgia residents are also being monitored after leaving the ship, according to the state's public health department, which added in a statement that both are in good health, show no signs of infection. At a press conference on Thursday, the World Health Organization's Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, I believe, said 8 total cases of hantavirus have been reported, with 5 of those 8 confirmed or classified this incident serious. He stressed that the public health risk is low because the Honduras hantavirus does not appear to pass between humans easily. Editor's note 5/7/26. This is a development story, maybe update. Well, you know what? I think the president of the United States should go out there. I really do. Yep, I certainly do. I think the president of the United States, I think Melania, I think Eric, I think 47 Jr., I think they should go out there and make sure everything's okay and stay out there as long as it takes. Can we put Megyn Kelly on that ship? Can we put Candace Owens on that ship? Can we put everybody that voted for that mother ucker on that ship and leave them? Put Stephen A. Smith on that thing too, since he loves the president so damn much. Put him on there too. Sick of this. Hell. That made no damn sense. And y'all, I'm not wishing for anything to happen to them on that ship, but y'all, listen, okay? All right, moving on. I can't. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Go ahead and put the health secretary on there. Mr. Kennedy, put him on there. Put Cheryl Combs on there. His wife, put her on there too. Anybody that support the president, put them on there, okay? That includes Kanye West. Let's continue on. Make no damn sense. And speaking of cases and stuff, Megan Thee Stallion, I need you to contact Cardi B, get Cardi B's lawyers, and lock up Milagro Graham socially, okay? Do that on the double, please, and thank you. Moving on. You put Milagro Graham, Tasha K on that ship too. Put everybody who's a nuisance or waste and just very draining mentally, put them on that ship with the President of the United States. Thank you very much. All right, let's continue on. We do have more Brandley's virtual tour live coming up right from the space right here, right now. So here is this here, in addition to talking about that outbreak, the norovirus outbreak, 115 sick on Princess cruise ship. Yeah, I know. This is not to scare you. This is just to inform you, okay? We utilize information as a tool over here. Sometimes we utilize it as a weapon to say what needs to be said, when it needs to be said, but most of the time we come in peace. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Come on, we're live here. We're live. And hey to the 2 people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Just waiting for this thing to do. Just waiting for this thing to do. Just waiting for there we go. Okay. Norovirus outbreak. Shout out to rollout.com. Celebrating 25 years onto the next 25 once again. 115 sick on Princess cruise ship. More than 100 passengers and 13 crew crew members report symptoms during the ship's Caribbean voyage. By the way, I just want to say this. Rollingout.com. Oh, y'all not able to say that. Try that again. Sometimes StreamYard's a little delayed. There we go. All right, here we go. It's right here. Norovirus outbreak. 115 sick on Princess cruise ship. More than 100 passengers and 13 crew members report symptoms during the ship's Caribbean voyage. Now, that's a Disney cruise ship. I don't know how Rollingout.com could not find a Princess Cruises cruise ship to put in here. But okay, I just want to say that because I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, y'all can't tell the color scheme that's not a Disney ship? I mean, that looks like the Disney Dream, it looks like, if I'm not mistaken. And that looks like it's Donald Duck, maybe. But yeah, this is a Disney cruise ship, y'all, right here. This is not Princess Cruises, okay? All right. A norovirus outbreak has spread it through Princess Cruises Caribbean Princess, sickening more than 115 people during its current 13-night South Caribbean voyage. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reported the outbreak on May 7th. That's yesterday, after the number of cases crossed the threshold required for public notification. With the CDC report, according to the agency's vessel sanitation program, 102 of the ship's 3,116 passengers reported gastrointestinal illness during the voyage, representing 3.3% of those on board. An additional 13 of the ship's 1,131 crew members also fell ill, accounting for 1.2% of the crew. The CDC publicly reports an outbreak when at least 3% of the ship's passengers or crew members are display gastrointestinal symptoms. The main symptoms reported were vomiting and diarrhea. Most people recover from norovirus within 1 to 3 days without medical treatment, though the illness can pose greater risk to elderly passengers and those with underlying health conditions. The voyage and what comes next. The Caribbean Princess departed Fort Lauderdale, Florida on April 28th for a nearly 2-week voyage. Planned stops including in Aruba, Montenegro, Puerto Rico, and the Bahamas. The ship is scheduled to return round to Port Canaveral, Florida on May 11th. As of reporting, the ship is continuing its planned itinerary, including Costa Abrico and Nassau. I don't know if I can do that. I mean, after it's been reported, I'm like, no, get me off the ship immediately. Princess Cruises confirmed the outbreak and said it quickly disinfected every area of the ship while adding extra sanitizer throughout the voyage. Ill passengers and crew members were isolated. Stool samples were collected for testing, and the cruise line said is working closely with the CDC's special sanitation program. When the ship arrives at Port Canaveral, will undergo comprehensive cleaning and disinfection before departing on its next voyage. Context within a broader pattern, this marks the 4th gastrointestinal outbreak reported by the CDC on a cruise ship in 2026, and the second involving a Princess Cruises vessel. The most recent previous outbreak on a Princess ship occurred March 11th, when 153 people were infected with norovirus aboard the Star Princess. In 2026, totals remain low compared to previous years. In 2025, CDC logged 23 cruise ship gastrointestinal outbreaks, 18 of which were caused by the norovirus. In 2024, the norovirus was responsible for 15 of the 18 total outbreaks, despite its association with cruise ships. Norovirus cases aboard vessels account for only 1% of all outbreaks reported to the CDC. Experts note that cruise ships are simply more likely to have outbreaks diagnosed and reported due to the close contact environment, similar to daycare facilities and nursing homes. The news arrives during a period of high public attention around shipborne illnesses, following the separate, unrelated hantavirus outbreak aboard the MV Hondas, which has resulted in 3 deaths and prompting an international contact tracing effort. So, not to scare you, just to alarm you. Okay, so there is that there. Almost to a full-fledged hour of content. Let's roll on because we got to talk about Cole Allen. Once again, celebrating rollingout.com for 25 years, on to the next 25. Judge apologizes to man charged in alarming 47 plot. Cole Allen appeared in court Monday as a judge raised serious concerns about his DC jail condition. Now, I just want to say this is the first time a black person has ever been on the president's account on Truth Social. I just want to say that. Okay? All right, moving on. A federal magistrate judge took the unusual step of apologizing directly to the man charged with attempting to delete President 47 at the White House Correspondents Association there, expressing serious concern about the conditions under which the defendant has been held since his arrest. Magistrate Judge Zia Farquhar Farquhar rather, addressed Cole Allen during a Monday hearing, telling him that he was troubled by what the conditions appeared to be and that things had not been the way they were supposed to be. The judge expressed additional concern that the treatment Allen had experienced behind bars could lead to the defendant to believe that he's not receiving a fair proceeding, a statement that drew immediate attention given the high-profile nature of the case. What Allen faces and how he got here. Cole Allen, a 31-year-old teacher and engineer from California, was arrested on April 25th and charged last week with attempting to delete the president, an offense that carries a potential sentence of up to life in prison. Has not entered a plea and was expected back in court Monday for a preliminary hearing. Prosecutors have painted a grim picture of what Allen allegedly intended. Federal authorities stated last week that Allen would have been brought about to one of the darkest days in American history had he succeeded. His alleged plan of targeting 47 administration officials and anyone who stood in his way. Video released by prosecutors show the man identified as Allen charging through a magnetometer, which I never heard of a magnetometer before. I mean, I know the metal detectors. I don't think that's what a magnetometer is. But then again, I don't know. And raising his weapon out, officer who fired at but did not strike him. U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro. So the weekend that Secret Service officer had a pellet from Allen's shot pal embedded in his bulletproof vest. Following his arrest, Allen told the FBI that he had not expected to survive the incident, according to prosecutors, a disclosure that prompted immediate concern about his mental state. Solitary conditions at the center of the hearing. Allen was placed on UAID precautions at a Washington, D.C. jail following his arrest. While his federal public defenders indicated those specific restrictions had since been lifted, they reported that Allen remained confined to a padded cell under 24-hour lockdown with constant lighting, conditions that formed the basis of the hearing. Judge Farquhar convened on Monday. Notably, the judge moved forward with the hearing even after Allen's own attorneys indicated that they did not consider it necessary, telling that Farquhar had independent concerns that he wanted addressed on the record. Allen appeared in court in an orange jumpsuit, scanning the room when he entered and occasionally nodding during the proceedings. Farquhar pointedly noted that the D.C. jail had experienced housing defendants in other cases involving political violence, questioned why individuals convicted of far more serious offenses appeared to be living in less restrictive conditions than Allen. He directed the facility to provide additional information about Allen's detention by Tuesday. A judge with a history speaking out. Judge Farquhar's willingness to address detention conditions from the bench is not without precedent in his own courtroom. 3 years ago, he suddenly apologized to a January 6th defendant who had shown up at the home of former President Barack Obama in a vehicle containing weapons, acknowledging what he characterized as a broad societal failure to support military veteran dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder. Was he black or white? Because that's going to tell us everything. The apology to Allen carries a different weight given the nature of the charges and the political context surrounding the case, but it reflects a consistent pattern from a judge who has repeatedly demonstrated a willingness to address how defendants are treated regardless of the severity of what they're accused of doing. The case continues to develop with further court appearances expected in the days ahead. So here is this global news. Here we go.
This was the scene outside the California home of Cole Thomas Allen overnight. FBI agents would spend hours combing through the residence in a suburb of Los Angeles. According to officials, the 31-year-old traveled by train, first from California to Chicago, and then from Chicago to D.C.
Well, they have some pretty good information. He had a lot of hatred in his heart for quite a while.
President Trump, appearing on Fox News Sunday, said investigators have spoken to the suspect's family and recovered a manifesto.
I don't know if you've gotten it, just got released, a manifesto. A manifesto, can you believe it?
Now, the New York Post is reporting it has a copy of that document. The Post says it was sent to the suspect's family members just minutes before the attack. In it, the writer explains his actions are political. Quote, "What my representatives do reflects on me." He lists several grievances, among them drug boats blown up off the coast of Venezuela and the U.S. mistakenly hitting an elementary school in Iran. The writer explains who he's targeting. Administration officials, quote, prioritized from highest ranking to lowest. He signs off as the friendly federal assassin. Now, the suspect studied mechanical engineering and graduated in 2017. That same year, he was featured in an ABC News report about helping seniors with technology.
The wheelchair brakes tend to lock the wheels, but don't actually lock the chair to the ground. The idea with this...
Alan later studied computer science and worked as a video game developer. This was a game he published in 2018. For the last 6 years, he was working part-time for a tutoring company. He was a Teacher of the Month in 2024. One of his students describes Alan as quirky, but seemingly harmless.
He was just a pretty normal guy. He was a smart guy.
His family said he had big difficulty. Maybe they should have reported him a little bit more strongly, probably. But it's a hard thing to do, I guess.
It's a hard thing.
Now, there are reports the suspect purchased in recent years a shotgun and a semi-automatic pistol. Both match the weapons recovered at the scene. Mike Armstrong, Global News, Montreal.
Thank you very much for that. Like I said, he did what he did. And by the way, y'all, this is the 4th time. Just want to say that for the record. I am not wishing this upon the president, but this is the 4th time somebody has tried to take him out. This is the 4th time somebody has tried to take out the president of the United States. I'm sure the president will find out who that judge is, and we'll have a stern talking with him of, look, I know you did not apologize to the guy that almost took me out. I know you did not do that. He deserves whatever he is now. He's a black. Now, we can't go back to slavery times, obviously. But no, he deserves his conditions. I'm sure it will be that type of conversation. By the way, speaking of, since we're talking about criminal stuff here, I'm wanting to let you all know that the trial for the for Kelvin Evans right here, this is set to kick off Monday, May 11th. Okay, so like I said, I'm sure that there will be people at the courthouse. I don't think that it's going to take this long. I mean, the man did it. Like, what else do we need to know about? Like, do you think this man could get out of this? The trial probably take 2 days, maybe even a day. But like I said, we'll be here to cover everything else. We just wanted to update you with that. All right, here we go. Let's roll on, everybody, because we do have much more Burnley's Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here and right now. From TechCrunch.com, everybody. Here we go. Bumble's paying users are slipping. Really slipping? That's what we're doing? Okay. We can do that.
Time is slipping away from me. Yeah. Time is slipping away from me. Yeah. Time is slipping away from me.
Y'all can blame Jesse Wu for that, okay? I saw that. I'm like, nope, I got to add to the show. Are slipping as it bets on an overhaul later this year. Here we go. As Bumble gets ready for a big overhaul meant to win back Gen Z users who are pretty much over dating apps right now, its latest earnings still report that paying users are declining. In the first quarter of 2026, total paying users fell to 21.1% to 3.2 million, down from 4 million a year ago. This has been the story for a few quarters now. However, during the call to investors this afternoon, Bumble has framed this as a deliberate shift toward higher quality, more intentional users. So while total revenue dropped 14.1% to $212.4 million, though it did beat expectations, and Bumble app revenue fell to $172.7 million. Its total average revenue per paying user increased nearly 9%. It also reported higher profits. Net earnings increased to $52.6 million compared to $19.8 million in the year ago quarter, largely from cutting sales and marketing expenses. On the company's investor call, founder and CEO Whitney Wolf Herd, by the way, she left the company and then she came back. In case y'all did not know that. Described the pay user decline as a part of an intentional reset. This is a period of real transformation at Bumble. For the past few quarters, she said, we have executed a deliberate reset of our member base. We have made a clear choice to prioritize quality rather over quantity, focus on well-intentioned, engaged members. That decision reduced overall scale, but meaningfully improved the health of our ecosystem. Still, even with that framing a stricken paying user base is hard to ignore. That's why much of the conversation on the call was more about what comes next. Bumble is asking investors to look ahead to its massive overhaul, which it hopes will eventually reverse the trend. When do we start to see a rebound in the numbers you all looking for? I feel like you all are looking for. But anyway, the answer is very simple. When our technology and our next gen recommendation engine can actually help better connect people more compatibly and show people who they want to see in our great dates, that's where the magic happens. The overhaul refers to replacing Bumble's old technology platform with a cloud native artificial intelligence powered one so that it can improve matches and roll out updates more quickly. This is already starting to roll out to some users and will expand over the next few months. The more noticeable changes, though, are coming later. Bumble said on Tuesday that its full reimagined experience for members is now expected to launch in Q4, with a broader rollout continuing into late this year and early next year. That's a bit later than earlier expectations and shows this is going to be much more of a phased rollout than a single big relaunch. The changes themselves sound pretty significant. The company is making a big bet that the swiping model is outdated and most matches never turn to actual dates. The company wants to fix that by redesigning profiles, changing how people interact, and focusing a lot more on getting users to meet in real life. AI is a huge part of that plan. Earlier this year, Bumble introduced something called Be, built a matchmaker that learns daters' preferences, relationship goals, and communication styles. This is just matches based on those factors in a feature called Dates. B may even explain why two people are a good fit before they connect. Profiles are changing too. Bumble has been experimenting with more detailed chapter-style profiles that go just beyond photos and a short bio. Additionally, Bumble is seeing some momentum outside that. Its friend-focused app, Bumble BBF, added a groups tab last year where users can join chats, plan hangouts, organize events. According to her, engagement there is growing, especially among Gen Z women. The group joins nearly double between December and March. Can be touts for now. Hang on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Hey, y'all. Sorry, that's my mama. Always, we love our moms, our dads, our sisters, our brothers, everybody who is good family. You love them, you care about them, you embrace them, damn it. Because they love you for everything when you have nothing, okay? Listen, shout out to my mama. Love her very much. What do I think about this destination? I think it's important that, Bumble and Hinge and, Black and Tinder, which is all owned by the Match Group. Well, except for Bumble. I think it's important that you can do all these changes, but if the people aren't really engaging, then it's no point. You know what I mean? So. Because I'm on Bumble now. I have like 2 matches. I've messaged them, but they haven't messaged me back. So I think it is, you got to figure out how to make the app feel home, but don't feel overwhelming, right? Because now everybody's going to be checking their dating app to, see, their matches, talking back to them, this, that, and the third, right? So there is that. All right, y'all, let's continue on here. More Burnley's Virtual Show Live coming up right from this space right here. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Right here and right now. TechCrunch.com once again. Bumble is getting rid of the swipe, the CEO says. Will dating app malice finally kill off the swipe for Bumble? At least that seems to be the case. In an interview with Axios on Thursday, Bumble CEO Whitney Wolf Herd confirmed that Bumble will get rid of swiping, the defining feature of the 2010s apps. We're going to be saying goodbye to the swipe and hello to something I believe is revolutionary for the category, Wolf Herd said. Bumble is planning to overhaul its app later this year, following several disappointing quarters in which the app consistently lost paying users. In this year's first quarter, Bumble's paid users fell about 21% to 3.2 million, down from 4 million last year. Redesign of the app is a pretty serious intervention, signaling to investors that the situation is dire. But like any good CEO, Wolfhard has done some moral gymnastics to argue that Bumble is doing a very good job at losing money, which you never want to be good at doing that, because you want to be making money as coming. This is a period of real transformation at Bumble over the past few quarters, she said on this week's quarterly earnings call. We have executed a deliberate reset of our member base. We have made a clear choice to prioritize quality over quantity, focusing on well-intentioned, engaged members. That decision reduced overall scale, but meaningfully improved the health of our ecosystem. Based on Wolf Herd's past comments about Bumble's new direction, the company is expected to lean into artificial intelligence. Bumble was even working on artificial intelligence dating assistant called Bee. Wolf Herd has made many comments over the years about, hey, I'll be a supercharger to love relationships. Of course, dating apps already use to decide what users should be shown to one another, but Gen Z is trending more negative toward in-your-face AI features, and Wolf Herd has expressed interest in more extreme futures, like having personal AI bots that date other AI bots for you. So it's unclear if these Black Mirror-like overtures, shout out to Netflix, will effectively attract users in their 20s. Bumble's overhaul is expected to launch until the last quarter of this year, so users will still be swiping for now. Like I said, you do all the changes, but if it doesn't feel like home, if it doesn't feel like there can be progress made, like I can message somebody, but they get a notification, but they don't look at it. So how do you get them, engaging with the app without it feeling overwhelmed? That's the biggest thing. And finally, y'all, check this shit out right here, y'all. When I saw this, I'm like, I know you lied. I know you lied. Yeah, I know. The United States Postal Service considers allowing people to ship hand pals through the mail. The United States Postal Service considers allowing people to ship hand pals through the mail. The United States Postal Service considers allowing people to ship hand pals through the mail. Let's get into this. I cannot make this up. Hand pals could be mailed through the United States Postal Service for the first time in nearly 100 years if a proposed rule under the 47 administration takes effect. The potential shift comes after the Department of Justice argued that a 1927 federal law of banning the mailing of concealable firearms is unconstitutional. In its reason, DOJ stated, Second Amendment precludes the government from refusing to ship firearms to law-abiding citizens, even if they aren't licensed dealers. Under the proposed rules, people will be allowed to ship hand POWs within their own state, while stricter guidelines will apply for interstate shipping. While POW rights advocates are backing the move, critics, including the attorneys generals from about 24 states, warn can make it easier for criminals and abusers to access firearms and even turn the postal system into a POW trafficking pipeline. The United States Postal Service says it's currently reviewing public feedback before making a final decision. You would think after the president almost got POW'd for the 4th time that this would not be going on. You would think that, right? Really, everybody who voted for the president need to be on that shit and just let y'all die disrespectfully. We'll make sure the children grow up to be wonderful human beings, but y'all need to be on that shit, because what the hell is this? No. This is stupid. This is dumb, and this is asinine. So somebody in Ohio could ship a hand POW to somebody else, but you don't know what their intentions are? No, that's okay. We don't need it. Nope. And the fact that y'all got to take public feedback in order to figure out if this is a smart idea goes to show you how far gone we are. Okay? So if this gets approved and there's another POWing happening in the United States, we can blame the United States Postal Service. Okay? This is a very dumb idea, and when the package gets stolen, who's responsible? Because you can never get the human on the phone fast at the post office. We're living in simulation. There's no other reason why this is not going to lower gas prices. Child, y'all want to stop the illing or no? It's getting worse by the day. That's another way they're going to be taking POWs. It's been going on, twin. On today's news, how we can continue to run the country. 14 likes. I fully agree with you. Oh, America, it's been happening. They ship bullets too. Not the way these postal workers be putting mail in the wrong boxes. As opposed to carrier, it's been happening. So that was already happening on the dark web, but okay, bad idea. So as you can see, uns like pew pew. Yep, it's the end of. Y'all need to shut that. Y'all need to shut it down. Y'all just need to shut it down, or they cut the bullshit. Facepalm emoji. So pulling federal workers' life online because we know they're going to try to rob them away. It gets delivered to the wrong house by mistake and lost in transit. I swear, dumbest people come up with these idiots. This is going on. The world is nuts. I'm so tired of these people. Oh, hell no. What the fuck? This is fake news. What? LOL. This will not end well. Wait for it. Birth control. Nope. Weapons. Yes. So could. White people destroy this country. I'm moving. Shake my fucking head. Get the fuck out. They can't be serious. It's going to end badly. Horrible idea. The delusional still emoji. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Waiting for a huge asteroid to come. We're cooked. Shout out to more Pegasus. I see a link on the floor. Just stupid. This is misleading. They already been shipped using UPS, FedEx, or UPS. They'll get shipped the FFL POW store instead of your home if you can purchase the POW. However, you already own it. You can send to the manufacturer or a POW smith. They can send directly to your home. SpongeBob in the chat. So as you can see, the people are not here for this at all, and I'm not here for it either. Child, yo, that's the show. We did that in 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 52 seconds. Not too bad. Not too bad for a show today. Yeah, I had to let y'all know about this because I'm just like, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Right? So let me get y'all positive news story. Then we're gonna head on out here because I just cannot. Let's check this out right here. Okay, this is some very good news. Okay, it's time for your positive news story of the day. Federal judge said Elon Musk linked Dodge team unlawfully used race and gender in grant cuts. Federal judge says Elon Musk linked Dodge team unlawfully used race and gender in grant cuts. Federal judge says Elon Musk linked Dodge team lawfully used race and gender in grant cuts. Okay. Federal judge, this came out just an hour ago, y'all, so it's breaking news. A federal judge just dealt a major blow to the 47th administration Elon Musk linked government efficiency team Doge. According to ABC News, U.S. District Attorney Colleen Mahone ruled that Doge unlawfully terminated more than $100 million in humanities grants tied to the National Endowment for Humanities. The judge reportedly found Doge staffers lacked the authority to make the cuts and use an improper review process to eliminate funding. The lawsuits were brought by several humanities organizations, including the Authors Guild and the American Historical Association. In the case, former Doge staffers reportedly described using ChatGPT and DEI-related keyword searches while reviewing grants. Mahone sharply criticized the process and her ruling around their serious dispute that Doge's review system did not resemble the National Endowment for Humanities standard procedures. The judge also said the group plainly used protected characteristics as criteria for grant termination. According to the ruling, the grant cuts violate both the First Amendment and the Equal Protection component of the Fifth Amendment. Mahone also ordered the government to rescind the termination notices connected to the grants. As of Thursday, the Department of Justice has not publicly stated whether it plans to appeal the ruling. And water is wet. Very well said, good sir. Y'all, that's all I got for y'all. One love, much love, all love. I feel love is in it right back to y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to try and enjoy the rest of mine. I may be back on here a little bit later on 6 o'clock or 8:30, just depending on what's going, because I do want to actually enjoy my day. But happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, to all the mothers, grandmothers, mother figures. If you a sister and you raised your siblings as a mom, shout out to you. To all the females out there that move like a mother, thank you so much. Without women, there is no world. Without women, there is no world. Without women, there is no world. Even James Brown said, this is a man's world, but it will be nothing without a woman or a girl. Okay? All right. There it is. So, one love, much love, all love. I feel the love and send it right back to you. Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to pop that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousness. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.